A sense of the mood really on the ground right now first. Pictures of Adityanath, Yogi Adityanath, UP Chief Minister, they're campaigning in Karnataka. Yogi Adityanath, in fact, continues to be one of the star campaigners for the Bharatiya Janata Party in the state of Karnataka. These are pictures coming in from Mandya. Mandya, in fact, continues to be a strong bastion of the JDS that had won the 7 assembly seats in the 2018 elections. Congress, remember, has a formidable presence in the region, and the BJP is a distant third in this region. The BJP is sounding its seriousness and making inroads into the Vocaliga heartland of Mandya, with UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath making his appearance there. There's a roadshow and a public rally in Mandya that is being organized. Star campaigner for the BJP there, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath is starting the campaign in Karnataka by booing Vocaligas in Mandya. A roadshow in Mandya to be followed by a public rally is what we know. Pictures, in fact, coming in from ground zero in Mandya, where UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has begun his poll campaign just today. This is the first election rally in these elections for Yogi Adityanath. He's among the list of star campaigners for the BJP in the Karnataka Assembly elections. He's addressing his first rally in poll-bound Karnataka today. Shilpa Nair is getting us all of those details. Shilpa is joining us live right now. Shilpa, in fact, the BJP had indicated even previously that Yogi Adityanath is actually the most sought-after saffron party leaders in the southern state. I put that question to Anaga. Anaga, one of the most sought-after for the saffron party in the southern state of Karnataka.
That's right, Neha. Yogi Adityanath, he might be a chief minister in the north of Uttar Pradesh, but Yogi Adityanath still is a very popular face in the south as well. And even in Mandya, Yogi Adityanath is campaigning right now, and following a short roadshow, there will be a public meeting. We're being told that Sumalata Amrish will also be a part of the campaign. She's also a campaigner, and sort of squaring off against Sumalata Amrish, who was also a former actor. There will be Divya Spandana, aka Ramya, campaigning for the Congress. So, this is actually a square off between two star campaigners, Sumalata Amrish and Divya Spandana, aka Ramya. Both of them were in sandalwood industry, and both of them start campaigning for the rival parties. We have Sumalata Amrish and Ramya as well. And Yogi Adityanath is also there, coming as a star campaigner from Uttar Pradesh. He's here in Mandya. He will be holding rallies after rallies and roadshows. And following that, he will also be heading to the coastal region in the coming days, where the main stress will be on the Hindutva agenda. BJP is going to harp on the fact that they were the ones who banned the PFI outfit. Hindutva and sort of spreading the communal color will be the undertone during Yogi's visit. That will be the narrative spinning out. But yes, Yogi Adityanath is a very popular face in Karnataka, and that is why the BJP has chosen him as a star campaigner. As we speak right now, he is campaigning in Mandya.
Yes, also, Anaga, in fact, it's important for the BJP to tap into the vote bank of the Vocaliga community dominant in this region, isn't it?
Yogi Adityanath will also be meeting Adi Chanchandgiri Math, and he's also slated to meet a couple of other mathas as well. And remember, in Karnataka, mathas play a very significant role. If a star leader goes to a matha, it just sends out a message, that they are allying with that particular community. And Yogi Adityanath meeting a lot of Vocaliga mathas, especially Adi Chanchandgiri Math and several other mathas, is going to send out a very strong message to the Vocaligas that Yogi Adityanath is an ally of that particular community. That is also one of the strategies employed by BJP to sort of gain a hold over the Vocaliga voters who are a majority when it comes to Mandya and the old Mysore region. Mandya has always been a JDS and a Congress bastion and their stronghold, especially JDS. JDS had a sweep in Mandya last elections, and that is why, given the fact that Vokalika voters play a very significant role, Yogi Adityanath is also slated to meet a lot of peers in the Adi Chunchandgiri Math. The kind of bond harmony that we're expected to see between Yogi Adityanath and the peers of Adi Chunchandgiri Math. It could potentially sway a lot of Vokalika voters towards BJP, and that is the exact strategy and the kind of caste equation and social engineering employed by the BJP through Yogi Adityanath.
Be with us. In fact, Anaga, I'll just come back to you in a moment from now. In fact, my colleague Akshita is also getting us all of those details. Akshita, in fact, Yogi Adityanath has actually been one of the most sought after star campaigners, and this applies to Karnataka as well. The BJP, in fact, has deployed him in Mandya. There's a road show. There is a rally, in fact, as we speak. The intention, of course, is to tap into the Vokalika vote bank in this region, isn't it?
Very true, Sneha. And in the old Mysuru region, the BJP is really counting on making inroads. Part of their strategy is deploying Yogi Adityanath. And as Anaga also explained to you, the reason that Yogi Adityanath is currently there in this particular region is a very, very strategic decision, because the UP Chief Minister is someone who follows the Nath Sampradaya tradition. So that is, in fact, the exact same tradition that's followed also by the Adi Chunchandgiri Math, which is a very, very prominent math in this particular region. Huge following among the Vokalikas for this particular math. So it's with that connection that Yogi Adityanath really has been deployed there in Mandya constituency. From here, he's also going to be making his way to Vijaypura. He's going to be visiting a temple, taking part in a rally. And if you look at how strategically the BJP has placed him in this election season, it's not just in the old Mysuru region, because as I mentioned of the Vokalika Connect and the Adi Chunchandgiri Math Connect that we're talking about, but he's also going to be in several parts of coastal Karnataka is what we're hearing. And coastal belt of Karnataka is known for being, extremely polarized. For the kind of communal incidents that you see there, Yogi Adityanath always caters to your Hindutva vote bank, which is why the BJP will also be deploying him in that particular stretch. Add to that, Sneha, is all that we've seen in Uttar Pradesh, which has become national headlines with what's happened with Atiq Ahmed, these encounters that have been taking place, and of course, many within the BJP saying that this is Yogi Raj in Uttar Pradesh, where law and order is supreme. So this is essentially a message that's going out from the BJP that the UP Chief Minister is going to be there to sell that and hard sell essentially his brand of governance to the people of Karnataka, which they believe will actually resonate. Even the last time around, in the last election, the 2018 elections, Yogi Adityanath was very much there. If I'm not wrong, conducted about 30 rallies before he had to cut short his Karnataka trip, his Karnataka tour for issues that were happening in Uttar Pradesh. But even in that particular time, the BJP ensured that he was spread out across Karnataka, held maximum rallies, because they know full well that there is very much a Yogi impact, a Yogi factor playing out in Karnataka.
It's interesting that you mentioned the fact that the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Akshita, has successfully built an image for himself of somebody who's really tough on the mafia. The statements of the last few days also just in a way showing that the BJP government is going to be extremely tough on those who foment trouble in terms of disturbing the law and order situation, isn't it?
Very true. And, you look at the image of Yogi Adityanath. While there have been a lot of debates on several, platforms, including us here on India Today, when you talk about Encounter Raj and whatnot, the essential mood on the ground for people is that Yogi Adityanath keeps his state safe. And that's the messaging that the BJP will be attempting to send across. And I'm sure Yogi Adityanath in the rally today will be making a mention of what he said a few days ago, when he said in UP there's no danga, no curfews, ab changa. It's a comment that went completely viral, that completely blew up. And it's something that Yogi Adityanath will build on when he goes into this particular campaign and holds a rally here too. Besides that, there's no doubt he's going to be talking about the ban on PFI. Because if you look at the 2018 election campaign as well, largely, most of his campaign, most of his attacks on the likes of Siddaramaiah was that he's anti-Hindu. And that's something that he will pull forward in 2023 as well. Refer to the PFI ban, question mentioned Congress's links to the SDPI. All of this is what the BJP is bringing in, roping in Yogi Adityanath for right now. It's an election campaign where you're seeing really the top guns of the BJP coming out to be a part of rallies, road shows, and Old Mysore region. If you look at Sneha, you've had some of the biggest politicians there. You had Home Minister Amit Shah campaigning there just 2 days back. Yogi Adityanath is currently there. You're going to be seeing Prime Minister Modi also there shortly. As we speak, in fact, Priyanka Gandhi is also in Mysuru. And that tells you how crucial this particular part is for every party that's currently involved.
All right, pictures in fact coming in from Mandya right now, where Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, in fact, is campaigning. How tough a battle does it look like, given that Mandya really isn't the bastion, Akshata, of the BJP? It is of the JDS, and second is the Congress here.
The entire Old Mysuru region, Sneha, it's an uphill battle for the BJP. There's no doubt about it. In Mandya, as you mentioned, it's a complete JDS bastion. It's a JDS stronghold. The Congress also has managed to make inroads. If you look at the general elections, the Congress has done fairly better in Mandya than the JDS. So it's essentially these two parties that have the sway in Mandya. So it's a tough task for the BJP. They're not backing away from it. The Old Mysuru region, which is a Vokaliga belt, the reason that the BJP is focusing so much on this area is because they're factoring in anti-incumbency. They're factoring in that perhaps they may lose out in some of their strongholds because of the anti-incumbency factor, in which case, to ensure that, the math works out perfectly, they're counting on getting at least a handful of seats in the Old Mysuru region and thereby ensure that they're once again on a strong footing in Karnataka. Easier said than done, of course, and perhaps that's why the BJP machinery is going all out in their campaigns in this particular part. You've had, in fact, a very sustained campaign on these issues. The BJP, in fact, a few weeks ago, you've been seeing sustained issues with regards to the promotion of Kempe Gowda being brought up. Kempe Gowda was a Vokaliga. Then there was also, of course, the Muslim quota, which was scrapped, 2% of which was given to Vokaligas, the other 2% to Lingayats. It's, of course, been put on hold, but that was clearly another step to kind of woo Vokaligas. There have been several such steps that have been taken as well by the BJP, all with an effort to woo this particular community. It is going to be an uphill task. There's no doubt about it, Sneha, because Vokaligas traditionally have been with the JDS. A few of them have essentially been breaking away and choosing the Congress, because you have one of the tallest Karnataka Congress leaders, DK Shivkumar, a Vokaliga. So interesting narrative is playing out. Even if you look at what's happening right now in the last 24 hours, a story we broke here on India Today about K.S. Ishwarappa saying C.T. Ravi should be given a chance to be a chief minister. That also is a very interesting play here, because he too is a Vokaliga leader. So it'll be interesting to see really how that plays out, but the BJP is doing everything they can to kind of woo this community. Imagine if they have the Lingayats.
Just come back to you for more details on that. Just be with us. In fact, Shilpa Nayan is on the ground and getting us a sense of what's really happening. Shilpa, without much delay, give us an idea about the current mood there.
Well, yes, in fact, after completing the roadshow, now Yogi Adityanath, the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, is here for the public meeting. A huge crowd, of course, has gathered here at Mandya to listen to what Yogi Adityanath has to say. And like my colleagues have been, reporting earlier, Mandya is a JDS belt. It is a stronghold of the JDS. And, the reason why both the BJP and the Congress, both of them are trying to bring all their national leaders to Mandya and other parts of Old Mysuru region, because they want to breach this radius bastion. They want to win as many seats from this region. That is the reason why the top guns from both Congress and BJP have been brought here. And Yogi Adityanath, of course, got a warm reception from the people here. And now he will be addressing the public meeting along with Sumlata. So these two leaders, of course, are on stage. And Yogi Adityanath will start speaking anytime from now. But of course, the Congress, of course, has been saying that Yogi Adityanath visit to Karnataka will not have any impact. They say he's been brought here by the BJP only to polarize the election, only to spread hatred, and it will not have any impact. This is what Randeep Surjewala, the Congress's in charge for Karnataka, told India Today this morning. But nevertheless, the BJP, of course, as far as the BJP is concerned, Yogi Adityanath is one of their star candidates, one of their most popular chief ministers, and they believe that he can strike a chord with the voters of Karnataka, especially coastal Karnataka. in this leg of his election campaigning today. Of course, he's in Mandya. After this, he'll be going to the birthplace of Basavanna in an outreach to the Lingayat community. And after that, he'll be going to Vijaypura, which is a BJP bastion. But the second leg of Yogi Adityanath's campaign will be in coastal Karnataka, a region that has been highly polarized. We've seen the hijab issue playing out in coastal Karnataka, and also, the Praveen Natharu murder. So all of these issues are playing out in coastal Karnataka, and that is where the BJP believes Yogi Adityanath will be able to strike a chord with the voters. And that is precisely the reason why the Congress is also attacking the BJP, saying that Yogi Adityanath is being brought into the state only to polarize this election. So we are, of course, here at the public meeting, and it is, of course, going to start in a short while from now. We are waiting to see what Yogi Adityanath has to say.
Waiting to see what Yogi Adityanath has to say. But as far as the BJP's campaign is concerned, the thrust has been on the double-engine Sarkar, trying to tell the people of Karnataka that BJP in the centre and BJP in Karnataka will be beneficial. It will ensure the growth and development for the people of Karnataka, and also hitting out at the Congress. And very importantly, the BJP had also raked up the issue of Imran Pratapgarhi being named as a star campaigner for the elections. Imran Pratapgarhi, the BJP alleges, was very close to Atiq Ahmed, the gangster politician who was shot dead in Uttar Pradesh few days back. So whether or no Yogi Adityanath rakes up that issue, that is something that needs to be seen. But as far as the current mood on the ground is concerned, BJP workers have gathered in large numbers to listen to what Yogi Adityanath has to say. This, of course, is a JDS belt, and despite that, we are seeing some amount of traction that he's getting on ground. So that, of course, is the mood on ground.
As the mood on the ground, interesting developments there. Expected that Adityanath would be, in fact, one of the star campaigners in the state of Karnataka. Shilpa is getting us all of those details. In fact, this is a boost that the BJP hopes the BJP, in fact, really requires in the state, given that it's seen a bit of turmoil also as far as internal politics is concerned. Several senior leaders have quit the BJP, and Adityanath is there to lift the spirits in that sense as well.
Karnataka Vidhanasabha ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ
Well, that's right. In fact, like you rightly said, BJP at this point in time, in Karnataka at least, there are several issues that they are facing. One, of course, is several senior leaders like Jagdish Shettar and Laxman Sabdi quitting the party and joining the Congress. That has come as a huge setback for the party ahead of elections. Then, of course, the Congress's attack against the Bommai government, calling it 40% commission. That narrative, of course, has been gaining a lot of traction on ground. The other, of course, is that of Karnataka pride. The Congress is trying to show or trying to tell the people of Karnataka that BJP is a party that has been ignoring the interests of Karnataka's. It is insulting the Karnataka pride. The whole Amul versus Nandini issue, all of that was raked up by the Congress, of course, in this election season. So several of these narratives are playing on ground, and that is why the BJP wants star campaigners like Yogi Adityanath to come on ground and to turn that narrative in favor of them. Yogi Adityanath, of course, is going to speak about double-engine Sarkar, the impact that it can have in a state like Karnataka, and also, about Prime Minister Modi, the flagship programs that the central government has given to Karnataka. So all of this will be communicated to the voters. The BJP, in fact, has started the Mahaprachar Abhiyan. It started yesterday. It is continuing today, where 98 top leaders of the BJP, this includes union ministers, chief ministers of other states, MLAs, MPs, and the local leaders, all of them will be visiting all the 224 constituencies in Karnataka to take across the message of the double-engine Sarkar and other promises that the BJP is giving or keeping forward for the people of Karnataka. So that is the reason why, star campaigner after star campaigner is coming to Karnataka at this point in time. Today, of course, it is Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, who has come to Mandya, and after this public meeting, he is expected to go to the birthplace of Basavanna in a bid to reach out to the Lingayat community. Remember, the Congress has been trying to corner the BJP, saying that the BJP has been sidelined sidelining Lingayat leaders. They, of course, cite the exit of Jagdish Shettar and Lakshman Savdi, and also the manner in which Yadurappa was removed as the chief minister, or the manager who was asked to step down as the chief minister. The Congress says all this, means that the BJP has been sidelining the Lingayat leaders, and that is the reason why Yogi Adityanath is expected to go to Basavanna's birthplace, and of course then to Vijaypura, which is a BJP stronghold. As far as Mandya is concerned, like we pointed out earlier, this is a JDS stronghold, but what the BJP hopes is that Yogi Adityanath can play in, or rather, this connection that his mutt has with the Vokaliga mutts. He has connections with Vokaliga seers, so they hope that can come in handy for the BJP, considering the fact that the JDS belt, this belt is, dominated by Vokaliga. So that is also something that the BJP has kept in mind while bringing Yogi Adityanath to Mandya. So the public meeting has just started. We are expecting Yogi Adityanath to speak in a short while from now.
Adityanath will be speaking in a few moments from now, but two kinds of image, interesting, Shilpa, associated with the saffron-clad Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. One, the very fact that he really is the poster boy of Hindutva in a sense, isn't it? The second one, of course, is the fact that he is somebody who is extremely tough on mafia.
BJP ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹುಮತವನ್ನ
Well, absolutely. In fact, Yogi Adityanath is the poster boy for BJP as far as their Hindutva plank is concerned, and that is the reason why they believe that he'll be able to strike a chord with the voters here, especially in coastal Karnataka, where it's highly polarized. We saw the hijab issue playing out, a few months back, the Praveen Lataru's murder by SDPI members, the recent ban on PFI. All of this is something that the BJP will play on, especially in the coastal Karnataka region, and they of course believe that to counter the Congress's narrative that they've been building, they believe people like Yogi Adityanath can turn that in favor of the BJP, try to get in votes from the Hindu community to appeal at large to the Hindi community. That is the reason why it assumes even more significance that Yogi Adityanath is here in Karnataka as a star campaigner.
Okay, Yogi Adityanath in one part of Karnataka. The second part there, of course, is the BJP, in fact, using the star power at its disposal to draw in the voters and the crowds firstly. Sagai is also getting us more details as far as Kiccha Sudeep's campaign is concerned. Sagai, give us a sense of just the number of people who've turned up to catch a glimpse of Kiccha Sudeep. But the big question, will that really translate into votes?
Absolutely, you can see the kind of crowd which has gathered near Jaglu's circle to get a glimpse of their favorite actor and Kannada superstar, Kiccha Sudeep. You can see thousands of them have gathered in the circle and they are participating in the road show. And even actor Kiccha Sudeep is waving at them. And everybody is waiting early morning to get a glimpse of their favorite actor. Sudeep here is also campaigning for a BJP candidate in Jagaluru. You can see here, now he finished Volkalumur and now he has come to Jagaluru to campaign for candidate S.P. Ramachandrappa, and he is seeking votes, and you can see everybody is holding the banners of Kiccha Sudeep. They are waiting for a long time to get this particular glimpse of their favorite actor, Kiccha Sudeep. You can see here, people are on the buses, people are on the houses, on the building, on the temples, and every single shop, look at corner of Jagaluru, are waiting to get the star campaigner, Kiccha Sudeep. And you can see here, there is a frenzied crowd. Along with them is MLA candidate from BJP, S.P. Ramachandrappa. And you can see here, BJP has roped in Kiccha Sudeep. He has campaigned in the morning at Volkalumuru, now at Jagaluru. After that, he will go into Kuvara police station within Davangere in He is campaigning. And wherever Kiccha Sudeep is going, there are large number of people who have gathered to get a glimpse of him. We have also seen last week when Kiccha Sudeep had been to nominate elimination, and there was a friendly crowd. Huge number of people have gathered to get a glimpse of their favorite actor, and similar kind of situation here in Jagluru as well. From here, he will be also going to other constituencies where he have a busy schedule campaigning for the BJP candidate in the central part of Karnataka.
All right, Sagai Raj getting us all of those details. Sagai Raj, in fact, is at Kiccha Sudeep's campaign. My colleague Nabila, in fact, is in Mandya, where Yogi Adityanath is campaigning. And also Shilpa Nair continues to be with us. To you now, Nabila Jamal, getting us those details. Nabila, we've been talking about this, that the kind of image that the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh has associated with him, in fact, that of somebody who's tough on the mafia. And again, he really is the poster boy of Hindutva, isn't he? And the BJP finds it necessary to exploit.
You know, I would totally agree with what you said. He is a man who is known as a taskmaster for the BJP. In the state of Karnataka, Yogi Adityanath has a lot of admiration. I'm slightly away from the rally here. This is towards where Yogi Adityanath's rally is being carried out in Mandya. A huge presence that we see here. And as I'd like to clarify here on Yogi Adityanath is looking at prospects of Ashok Jairam, who's the minister, whose father was part of the JDS. He was, in fact, they see Ashok Jairam as a candidate for Mandya of the BJP here, and it looks like Ashok Jairam has great chances this time of winning in Mandya. And stressing on the fact that Mandya is the bastion of the JDS, predominantly all the regions around Mandya as well, JDS leaders hold huge sway. So Ashok Jairam, one of the only BJP netas for the first time, looks like he has close chances of winning. And this is exactly what it appears that Yogi Adityanath is trying to capitalize. Ashok Jairam's victory, if at all this happens, if the BJP candidate Ashok wins here, it's almost breaking the backbone of the JDS in their dominant area of Mandya. Very significant, which is why we see all the star campaigners, including Yogi Adityanath, including that of Sumalata, and several other top leaders who've come by to join this campaign and this rally of Yogi Adityanath. He's decided to start off right from here, from Mandya, which has no presence of the BJP, which means it's a huge statement that they're sending out. The BJP going into areas where they're really weak, where they do not have presence. Those are the areas where they're using enough and more might and flexing with all their star campaigners' presence on ground. Yogi Adityanath, like you rightly said, Sneha, that he is a taskmaster. He is known as a man who's known as a leader who's managed to protect his state, who's against the gangsters, who manages to govern with an iron fist. This is the image that Yogi has projected. And for Karnataka and the BJP, Yogi Adityanath's presence here will mean it shows how the BJP is effective. It can govern with an iron fist. It can make things happen in the state, just like what Yogi has projected to make or projected to do in Uttar Pradesh. So this is a huge statement that the BJP is sending out in Karnataka, with Yogi himself coming down and campaigning in different areas. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to go inside unless I have my passes, but I will be there in a few moments from now. But visuals here very rightly tell you on the kind of crowds and the admiration and adulation that people have for Yogi Adityanath. Also the
Nabila, give me a moment. I'm just coming back to you. In fact, Shilpa Nair also has more details from ground zero. Shilpa, what do you see really around you? And give us a sense of the mood there as the man who's known here up here in the north as Bulldozer Baba is in Karnataka right now. What's the message he's got for the people of Karnataka?
Well, yes, Neha. In fact, we are at the venue where the public meeting is currently taking place. Yogi Adityanath, Sumalata, Amrish, all of them are on stage in a short while from now. We're expecting Yogi Adityanath to start speaking. I'm just going to request my camera person to show you the kind of crowd that is gathered here. And like Nabila was pointing out, this is a JDS bastion. Out of the 7 seats or the 8 seats, JDS has won majority of them. And the reason why we're now seeing Congress, both Congress and BJP sending their star campaigners to Mandya and the old Mysore region is because they want to breach that JDS bastion and they want to win as many seats as possible. So the BJP is looking beyond its traditional vote base, the traditional regions which votes for the BJP, and they are venturing into areas like Mandya. This of course is a huge statement that the BJP is also sending across. Several leaders, several star campaigners hitting the ground here at Mandya and also the old Mysore region sends across a huge message that they want to win as many seats as possible in this election, and that of course is what the BJP is trying to do. And as we are speaking, Kiccha Sudeep is also, the popular Kannada actor, is also campaigning in Devnagari. So all of this is happening and BJP is making sure that they bring all their top guns on ground to send the message of double engine Sarkar, and also try to counter the narrative that Congress has been building on ground. After this public meeting at Mandya, Yogi Adityanath is expected to go to the birthplace of Basavanna. This of course is seen as an outreach by the BJP towards the Lingayat community. The Congress of course has been trying to spin a narrative that the BJP has been sidelining Lingayat leaders. Jagdish Shettar, Lakshman Savri, tall leaders of the Lingayat community were denied tickets and they had joined the Congress. So the Congress of course is building on that narrative. So the BJP of course at this point in time is trying to counter all that by bringing star campaigners like Yogi Adityanath and Kiccha Sudeep on ground to speak to the voters of Karnataka. And when we spoke to Congress leaders about what kind of impact will Yogi Adityanath's visit have on ground, they say there will be no impact. In fact, this morning when we spoke to Randeep Surjewala, who's the Congress in charge for Karnataka, he said that Yogi Adityanath is being brought to polarize the electorate, to polarize this election, and that is something that many political observers also feel, because in coastal Karnataka we've seen how several polarizing issues have come up in the last couple of months, especially the hijab ban, the murder of
We have these pictures of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and we are going straight to them. The Prime Minister paying homage to late Akali Dal Supremo Parkash Singh Badal. His mortal remains were brought to the Shiromani Akali Dal party office in Chandigarh. The Prime Minister has reached Chandigarh to pay his last respects to the patriarch who died of respiratory problems. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Chandigarh right now as we speak, and these are live pictures on your screens right now. Remember, former Punjab Chief Minister Parkash Singh Badal died at a private hospital in Mohali on Tuesday. Manjeet, in fact, is getting us more details. Manjeet, the Prime Minister is there in Mohali to pay his last respects now. The Prime Minister, of course, is... in fact, these are live pictures on your screen right now from Mohali, where the Prime Minister is to pay his last respects. Manjeet. In fact, the Prime Minister had earlier described the demise of Parkash Singh Badal as a personal loss and said that he was a colossal figure of Indian politics who contributed greatly to the nation. Live visuals on your screen of the Prime Minister right now paying his last respects to former Chief Minister of Punjab, Parkash Singh Badal, the patriarch of the Akali Dal, the Shiromani Akali Dal. The Prime Minister had said in a tweet, extremely saddened by the passing away of Shri Parkash Singh Badalji. He was a colossal figure of Indian politics and a remarkable statesman who contributed greatly to our nation. The Prime Minister also said in his tribute that Badal had worked tirelessly for the progress of the nation of Punjab and anchored the state through critical times. Manjeet, in fact, is with us for more details. The Prime Minister there paying his last respects to former Chief Minister and Patriarch of the Shiromani Akali Dal today. Manjeet? From Mohali, where the Prime Minister is paying his last respects to Shiromani Akali Dal Patriarch Parkash Singh Badal. He described the death of Parkash Singh Badal as a personal loss. This, in fact, is a tribute of the Prime Minister to former Chief Minister of Punjab and senior political leader Parkash Singh Badal, the Patriarch of the Shiromani Akali Dal. Former Chief Minister of Punjab, in fact, passed away yesterday at a private hospital in Mohali due to respiratory problems. In fact, Parkash Singh Badal was 95 and was ailing for some time now. The Prime Minister had described the demise of Parkash Singh Badal as a personal loss and said that he was a colossal figure of Indian politics who contributed greatly to the nation. Extremely saddened by the passing away of Parkash Singh Badalji is what the Prime Minister tweeted. The Prime Minister, in fact, amongst the family members of late Punjab Chief Minister Parkash Singh Badal right now in these pictures coming in from Mohali. The Prime Minister's paid tributes to former Chief Minister of Punjab Parkash Singh Badal. The Prime Minister in his tributes spoke about the fact that Badal worked tirelessly for the progress of Punjab and anchored the state through critical times, is what the Prime Minister said. The passing away of Parkash Singh Badal is a personal loss for me, is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi said. I have interacted closely with him for many decades and learned so much from him, is what the Prime Minister said in his tribute. I recall numerous conversations in which his wisdom was always seen. Condolences to his family and countless admirers, is what the Prime Minister said in his tribute to the former Chief Minister of Punjab. The mortal remains of Parkash Singh Badal are being brought to the Shiromani Akali Dal party offices there. Parkash Singh Badal, in fact, passed away yesterday. The Shiromani Akali Dal Patriarch was admitted to a private hospital in Mohali and died on Tuesday. He was 95. With that, it's time for a quick commercial break here. News continues on the other side.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 37 and minimum 23 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 29 and minimum 26 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 39 and minimum 25 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 32 and minimum 23 degrees. Chennai, maximum 31 and minimum 28 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 35 and minimum 21 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Good day.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 37 and minimum 23 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 29 and minimum 26 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 39 and minimum 25 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 32 and minimum 23 degrees. Chennai, maximum 31 and minimum 28 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 35 and minimum 21 degrees.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News.
Presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Powered by Jaguar. Discover the magic of smart lights.
उत्तर प्रदेश की धरती से यहां आकर के हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं, स्वागत करता हूं। भाइयों बहनों, आज मुझे यहां मांड्या जिले में आकर के आप सबसे संवाद करने का अवसर प्राप्त हुआ है। मैं इसके लिए कर्नाटक इकाई का हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी कर्नाटक इकाई ने इस चुनाव में मुझे भी आमंत्रित किया और मैं आपके बीच में आकर के आपका दर्शन कर सकूं, आपसे संवाद कर सकूं और आपसे अपील भी कर सकूं और आपको आमंत्रित भी कर सकूं। उत्तर प्रदेश और कर्नाटक का संबंध आज से नहीं, त्रेता युग से है। मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान श्री राम के वनवास के सबसे अभिन्न सहयोगी के रूप में कोई मिला था तो बजरंगबली हनुमान जी मिले थे। इसी कर्नाटक की धरती में उनका जन्म हुआ। इसीलिए आप देखते होंगे ये मित्रता कितनी अभिन्न है, कितनी अभिन्न मित्रता है। और ये भक्त और स्वामी का संबंध किस प्रकार से एक दूसरे से जुड़ा हुआ है, दुनिया में जहां कहीं भी भगवान राम का मंदिर होगा वहां हनुमान जी का मंदिर जरूर होगा। और ये संबंधों की व्यवस्था केवल वहीं से नहीं, मैंने यहां पर पहले कहा कि आदि चुनचुनगिरी मठ यहां पर स्थित है। भैरेश्वर स्वामी जी महाराज वहां पर विराजमान हैं। मंजुनाथम ही गोरक्षम, भगवान मंजुनाथ और भैरेश्वर एक साथ यहां पर प्रकट होते हैं। कर्नाटक वही धरती है और उतना ही पुराना संबंध यह उत्तर प्रदेश और कर्नाटक का है। और इसीलिए जब मैं यहां पर आता हूं तो एक आत्मीयता का भाव मेरे मन में पैदा होता है। और कर्नाटक के आप सभी युवा मित्रों के साथ, यहां के कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ संवाद बनाने में, उनसे मिलने में मुझे उतनी ही प्रसन्नता होती है। मैं अभिनंदन करूंगा श्री नारायण गौड़ा जी का, जिन्होंने यहां पर मांड्या कुंभ का आयोजन किया था। मित्रों, उस समय मुझे उस कार्यक्रम में आना था, लेकिन उत्तर प्रदेश में बहुत फ्लड की सिचुएशन अनकंट्रोल होती जा रही थी, इसलिए मुझे वहां रुकना पड़ा था। अन्यथा मेरा आने का कार्यक्रम था यहां पर और अद्भुत कार्यक्रम हुआ था। मैंने सुना था, हजारों की संख्या में पूज्य संतजन आए थे, भक्तजन आए थे। हमारी आध्यात्मिक और सांस्कृतिक विरासत के प्रतीक इन तीर्थों को पुनर्जीवित करने का एक आयोजन था। और यह प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत की परिकल्पना को साकार करने का भी एक माध्यम था। यह आध्यात्मिक आयोजन ही एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत की परिकल्पना को साकार करते हैं। आपने पिछले 9 वर्षों के दौरान भारत को बदलते हुए देखा है। आज भारत दुनिया के अंदर जहां कहीं भी भारत का नागरिक जाता है, आज वो सम्मान की दृष्टि देखा जाता है। आज भारत दुनिया की एक ताकत बन रहा है। आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव वर्ष में जिस ब्रिटेन ने भारत को 200 वर्षों तक शासन किया था, आपने देखा होगा उस ब्रिटेन को पिछाड़ करके भारत आज दुनिया की 5वीं बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बना है, 5वीं बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बना है। और यही नहीं, आजादी के अमृत काल के प्रथम वर्ष में दुनिया के 20 बड़े देश G20 के देशों का नेतृत्व भी भारत के हाथों में आया है। ये भारत के सामर्थ्य और भारत की शक्ति का परिचय और भारत की आप जैसी प्रतिभाओं का परिचय वैश्विक मंच पर देता है। मित्रों, जब कर्नाटक की बात आती है तो वैश्विक मंच पर कर्नाटक ने आईटी के सेक्टर में जो धाग जमाई है, भारत की युवा प्रतिभाओं को दुनिया के अंदर कर्नाटक ने बेंगलुरु का उसका सबसे बड़े हब के रूप में स्थापित किया है। ये बेंगलुरु का आईटी के सबसे बड़े हब के रूप में स्थापित होना ये साबित करता है कि हमारे पास सामर्थ्य है, हमारे पास शक्ति है, हमारे पास सब कुछ है। लेकिन 2014 के पहले नेतृत्व नहीं था। 2014 में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का नेतृत्व मिला। आज भारत की सामर्थ्य वैश्विक मंच पर दिखाई दे रही है। और इसीलिए आज आपने देखा होगा, कांग्रेस विकास की बात करती है, विकास की बातें करती है, बड़े बड़े दावे करते हैं, लेकिन विकास की उसकी हकीकत क्या थी? पंचवर्षीय योजना, एक प्रोजेक्ट बनता था, एक पंचवर्षीय योजना लग जाती थी, अगली पंचवर्षीय योजना में उसका शिलान्यास होता था, तीसरी पंचवर्षीय योजना में कार्य आवंटन होता था, चौथी पंचवर्षीय आज प्रारंभ होते ही फिर वह प्रोजेक्ट दम तोड़ देता था और प्रोजेक्ट कभी पूरा नहीं होता था। ये कांग्रेस की असलियत थी। आज आप देख रहे होंगे रेलवे के कार्य हो रहे हैं, एयरपोर्ट के कार्य हो रहे हैं, आईआईटी और आईआईएम बन रहे हैं, कहीं आईटी सिटी बन रही है, कहीं पर किसी अन्य सेक्टर में कार्य हो रहा है और कार्य का शिलान्यास जिस दिन होता है उसके उद्घाटन की तिथि भी उसी दिन तय हो जाती है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी शिलान्यास भी करते हैं तो उद्घाटन करने के लिए भी आते हैं। भाइयों बहनों, आज एक तस्वीर बदली है। हर एक सेक्टर में कुछ न कुछ परिवर्तन हुआ है और वो परिवर्तन आपने देखा होगा कैसे भारत एक कृषि प्रधान, बचपन से सुनते रहे हैं भारत कृषि प्रधान देश है, लेकिन कृषि प्रधान देश ने पिछली हुकूमत ने किया क्या था? पिछली हुकूमत ने हमारे किसानों के लिए क्या किया था? और कर्नाटक तो इसका जीता जागता उदाहरण है। लंबे समय तक यहां के किसानों को आत्महत्या करने के लिए मजबूर होना पड़ा था। यहां की माताएं, यहां की बहनें खेती किसानी में अपना हाथ सहयोग के रूप में लगाती हैं, लेकिन किसान के हाथ में मिलता क्या था? उसे सम्मान नहीं मिला। पहली बार प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान निधि देकर के देश के किसानों का सम्मान किया है। प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना के माध्यम से किसानों को सम्मान दिया है। प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सिंचाई योजना के माध्यम से किसानों को सम्मान दिया है। एमएसपी का लाभ देकर के किसानों को सम्मान दिया है। एग्रीकल्चर के बजट को 5 गुना बढ़ाया है। एग्रीकल्चर के सेक्टर में यह परिवर्तन भी आज हम सबको देखने को मिलता है। और भाइयों बहनों, रही बात, लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं कि उत्तर प्रदेश में आपको इतना सम्मान जनता क्यों देती है? मैंने कहा जनता इसलिए देती है क्योंकि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की डबल इंजन की सरकार है। डबल इंजन की सरकार की सामर्थ्य और शक्ति का प्रदर्शन वहां पर मजबूती के साथ होता है। वहां पर सुरक्षा की गारंटी है, वहां पे समृद्धि की गारंटी है। नो कर्फ्यू, नो दंगा, और वहां पर है सब चंगा। पिछले 6 वर्ष में उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर कोई दंगा नहीं हुआ, कोई कर्फ्यू नहीं लगा, विकास की स्पीड बढ़ी है। और मैं डबल इंजन की सरकार का भी अभिनंदन करूंगा कि पीएफआई जैसे संगठनों को बैन करके उसकी कमर को तोड़ने का कार्य भी कर्नाटक के अंदर हुआ है। आप सोचिए, एक और डबल इंजन की सरकार जो पीएफआई पे बैन करती है, पीएफआई को बैन करती है, और दूसरी तरफ कांग्रेस जो पीएफआई को तुष्टीकरण करने का कार्य करती है, उन्हें धर्म के आधार पर रिजर्वेशन देने का कार्य करती है। धर्म के आधार पर आरक्षण यह भारत के संविधान के विपरीत है, असंवैधानिक है। हमने अनुसूचित जाति जनजाति के आरक्षण के दायरे को बढ़ाया है, दिव्यांग जनों के आरक्षण के दायरे को बढ़ाया है, अन्य जरूरतमंदों को आरक्षण का लाभ दिया है। लेकिन धर्म के आधार पर 1947 में भारत का विभाजन हो चुका है। भारत धर्म के आधार पर आरक्षण की वकालत नहीं कर सकता है। अन्य विभाजन के लिए हम तैयार नहीं है, यह भारतीय जनता पार्टी का मानना है, क्योंकि हम सब मानते हैं एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत की परिकल्पना ही भारत को आगे बढ़ाएगी। और भारत की इस परिकल्पना को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आज हम सब आपके पास आए हैं। मित्रों, डबल इंजन की सरकार की सामर्थ्य ही है आज विकास हर एक स्तर पर देखने को मिलता है। हर एक स्तर पर हमें डेवलपमेंट के कार्य देखने को मिलते हैं। हम तुष्टीकरण नहीं, हम सशक्तिकरण पर विश्वास करते हैं। हमने किसान की कनेक्टिविटी और किसान की प्रोडक्टिविटी को भी बढ़ाने का कार्य किया है। आज युवाओं के लिए न केवल कर्नाटक की गवर्नमेंट ने बेहतरीन कार्य किया है, चाहे यहां पर येदियुरप्पा जी रहे हो, चाहे वर्तमान में बोम्मई जी के नेतृत्व में हो रहे कार्य हो। कर्नाटक के अंदर तेजी के साथ राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति, नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी को मजबूती के साथ उतारने वाले राज्यों में कर्नाटक एक राज्य है जिसने सबसे पहले से लागू करने का कार्य किया है। ये यूथ के लिए कंटेंट भी देता है, यूथ को अनेक कार्यक्रमों के साथ भी जोड़ता है, यूथ को टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ भी जोड़ता है और यूथ को एक नई अपॉर्चुनिटी के साथ आगे बढ़ने के लिए भी प्रेरित करता है। और मैं अभिनंदन करूंगा कर्नाटक गवर्नमेंट का, जिन्होंने समय से नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी को लागू करके आज कर्नाटक के युवाओं के लिए ढेर सारे अवसर उपलब्ध करवाए हैं। ये ढेर सारे अवसर यहां की आवश्यकता थी और इसीलिए आज मैं आपके पास आया हूं आपसे अपील करने के लिए। भाइयों बहनों, डबल इंजन की सरकार ही सुरक्षा की गारंटी दे सकती है। ये डबल इंजन की सरकार ही समृद्धि की गारंटी दे सकती है। ये डबल इंजन की सरकार ही हम सबको एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत की परिकल्पना के साथ जोड़ करके श्री राम और श्री हनुमान जी की मित्रता के उस बंधन को मजबूती प्रदान कर सकती है। और उसी सामर्थ्य को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आज मैं अपील करने के लिए आया हूं। एक और प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में आज भारत एक टीम इंडिया के रूप में कार्य कर रही है। टीम इंडिया के कैप्टन के रूप में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का नेतृत्व मिल रहा है और एक कर्नाटक को चाहिए कि टीम इंडिया में हमारे कितने प्लेयर शामिल हो, यह कर्नाटक की टीम को तय करना है, कर्नाटक की जनता को तय करना है। जितने अधिक प्लेयर होंगे, जितने अधिक सीट भाजपा के पक्ष में जाएगी, टीम इंडिया में उतना ही सशक्त नेतृत्व भी मिलेगा और टीम इंडिया उतनी मजबूती के साथ डबल इंजन की सरकार के रूप में कार्य करेगी। कांग्रेस का फेल्ड इंजन भारत को त्रासदी की ओर लेके जाता है, लेकिन डबल इंजन की भाजपा की सरकार हमें सुरक्षा और समृद्धि के मार्ग पर आगे बढ़ाने का कार्य करती है। और उस प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में आज भारत जिस सामर्थ्य के साथ आगे बढ़ रहा है, एक टीम इंडिया के रूप में, एक कैप्टन के रूप में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व पर हर भारतवासी गौरव की अनुभूति करता है। उस गौरव की अनुभूति के साथ जोड़ने के लिए मैं आपका आह्वान करने के लिए आया हूं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने मांड्या जनपद में आपने यहां पे मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट भारतीय जनता पार्टी का चुनाव जिता करके भेजा, मैं आपका अभिनंदन करता हूं। आपने एमएलए के रूप में भी यहां शुरुआत की थी और अब मैं आया हूं यहां पर इन सभी सीटों पर कमल चुनाव चिन्ह को खिला दीजिए, कमल के सिंबल को एक बार चुनाव जिता करके भेज दीजिए। भाइयों बहनों, मांड्या अपनी समृद्धि के लिए विख्यात था, धन धान्य के लिए समृद्ध था, कृषि के लिए, वानिकी के लिए विख्यात था। फिर से मांड्या के इस गौरव को पुनर्स्थापित करना है, कर्नाटक के इस गौरव को फिर से स्थापित करना है। कर्नाटक विकास की दूरी के साथ देश को जिस प्रकार से एक स्पीड देता है, उस स्पीड के साथ हम सब जुड़ करके कार्य करेंगे। और अंत में मैं आप सबसे अपील करने के लिए आया हूं, आप यहां पर डबल इंजन की सरकार फिर से लाने में मदद करिए। और मैं आपको आमंत्रित करने के लिए आया हूं, भाइयों बहनों, आपने श्री राम जन्मभूमि आंदोलन में योगदान किया था। अयोध्या में प्रभु श्री राम का भव्य मंदिर का निर्माण हो रहा है। जनवरी 2024 में मंदिर का निर्माण कार्य पूरा हो चुका होगा और प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के कर कमलों से मंदिर का रामलीला विराजमान अपने भव्य मंदिर में होंगे। 500 वर्षों में पहली बार होगा जब प्रभु राम अपने स्वयं के मंदिर में विराजमान होंगे। भाइयों बहनों, हर भारतवासी के लिए ये गौरव की बात होगी। और मैं आप सभी बजरंगबली के अनुयायियों को आमंत्रित करने के लिए आया हूं। प्रभु राम के मंदिर में रामलला के विराजमान होने के शुभ अवसर पर मैं आपकी स्वागत की उत्सुकता से वहां तैयारी कर रहा हूं। मुझे प्रसन्नता होगी आप उस समय डबल इंजन की सरकार के साथ मिलकर के कार्य करेंगे। कर्नाटक सरकार ने, बोमई जी ने कहा था कि कर्नाटक के लोगों के लिए एक अच्छा गेस्ट हाउस बनाना है, हमें स्टेट गेस्ट हाउस बनाना है। अयोध्या में हमने जमीन आवंटित कर दी है। कर्नाटक गवर्नमेंट को जमीन आवंटित कर दी है। अब आपको कहीं जाने की आवश्यकता नहीं, मैं तो वहां स्वागत के लिए हुई, लेकिन साथ साथ कर्नाटक गवर्नमेंट का भी वहां एक स्टेट गेस्ट हाउस होगा अयोध्या में। और इस दृष्टि से मैं आपको आमंत्रित करने के लिए आया हूं कि भाइयों बहनों, अयोध्या में प्रभु श्री राम के भव्य मंदिर निर्माण कार्य पूरा होने के बाद जब रामलला अपने मंदिर में विराजमान होंगे, उस अवसर पर कर्नाटक की ओर से आप सबकी उपस्थिति हो, इसके लिए आप कर्नाटक के सभी भाइयों बहनों को आमंत्रण देने के लिए आज मैं इस अवसर पर विशेष रूप से यहां पर आया हूं। एक बार फिर से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को भारी बहुमत से विजयी बनाने की अपील करने के लिए मैं आपके पास आया हूं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी को विजयी बनाएंगे, आप सभी लोग सहमत हैं? भाइयों बहनों, आप सभी लोग भारतीय जनता पार्टी के इस अभियान में भारतीय जनता पार्टी को समर्थन देंगे? इलिना अभ्यर्थी ಅವರನ್ನು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಬಾರಿ ಗೆಲ್ಲಿಸಕ್ಕೆ बुके भाजपा को चुनाव जिताएंगे। आप सब मेरे साथ बोलेंगे, कर्नाटक माते
ನಿಂಬು ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸ
माते, भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की।
All right, that was Yogi Adityanath right behind me as he's just finished his very impactful speech. He is, of course, looking to woo the voters of Mandya and Karnataka as a star campaigner of the BJP in the state. These are the crowds who have come here for Yogi Adityanath. It is a, well, we support BJP. That's the echoes coming in as Kiccha Sudeep, on the other hand, also campaigning for the BJP. Here are the visuals from Davangere, where you're seeing Kiccha Sudeep all on the campaign trail. It's a star-studded affair for the BJP as of today. We see Yogi Adityanath, who's come a national figure to Karnataka to help boost the BJP's prospects on one hand. On the other, we have Kiccha Sudeep, who's now hectically campaigning for the BJP. These are visuals coming in of Kiccha Sudeep as well. In fact, Sudeep, right at the start of the day, spoke about his elaborate campaign plans through different parts of Karnataka. As Yogi Adityanath now, all right, here are some visuals that I'm bringing to you. These are visuals of Yogi Adityanath, who's just boarded his vehicle, his convoy moving away from here. Yogi Adityanath just moved away. It's a huge deal for the BJP. Yogi Adityanath is known as the man, a crowd puller, a star-studded affair for the BJP in Karnataka with Yogi at the helm today. He's in Mandya, a JDS bastion, but it appears that Yogi Adityanath is confident that his candidate here, his candidate Ashok Jairam, who's supposed to have great prospects this time of the BJP, is likely to win from Mandya. And this will be almost a opening of account for the BJP in the JDS bastion. So this is the place that the BJP has now chosen to now come about and campaign with Yogi Adityanath. In fact, I must tell you an interesting story. Yogi Adityanath has cancelled his coastal Karnataka campaign. He's come all the way to Mandya first. He's now come to Mandya first to campaign because he believes that his candidate Ashok Jairam has great chances in Mandya to win. And if at all Ashok Jairam wins in Mandya, it's likely that they will break the backbone of the JDS. I'm repeating myself, JDS stronghold. We're seeing huge support for the BJP right here. And right after this, Yogi Adityanath has just about headed a short break, and then he will be headed straight to the Adi Chunchandgiri Mutt, which is again a place of his origin as well. In fact, this is Nath Parampara, where the Adi Chunchandgiri Mutt is a place of Yogi Adityanath's origin, or somehow the same lineage. It's the Nath Parampara that both the temples in the UP as well as in Karnataka follow. So very close to Yogi Adityanath's heart is the Adi Chunchandgiri Mutt. It is a Wakkaliga Mutt, and he seems to be now attempting very hard to woo the Wakkaliga voters. At first, there was a lot of talk that Wakkaligas are siding with the Congress party with DK Shivkumar as the main face. But seems like the BJP playing their game and their cards very well. They are now trying to target the Wakkaliga vote base. Apart from the Lingayats, which are already supporting the BJP, the Wakkaliga vote base now is is a vote bank that the BJP is now trying to crack into. And Yogi Adityanath coming down to the Mandya Wakkaliga stronghold says a lot. I'm going to quickly toss to Sagai Raj, who's also an India Today correspondent, joining us.
Say thank you. I saved you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No, it is overwhelming when I see this crowd and the love. It's always overwhelming. I think I'm doing a roadshow after about 7 years after my film release.
Okay.
It's a great feeling, sir, and it's a great feeling to see how much we have probably achieved over the years. This is what we have achieved, this love.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Sir, you last time also campaigned for S.C. Ramachadrappa, and this time as well.
Yes,
On
sir.
what grounds you're campaigning against?
He's a good man, sir. He's a good man.
Okay.
His rule only says that he's a good man. He doesn't even have a black spot on his entire thing of journey of his political career. He's a great man.
And where all you're going, sir, again for
Many places.
even for
Many
Bataraj
places.
Bommai, sir?
Yes, always, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, that was Sagai Raj, who's bringing us the latest from Davangere, where Kiccha Sudeep is now campaigning. Let me try and get some voices here. This is the excitement. Yogi Adityanath has come down to Mandya. What do you think is going to, how is it going to help your prospect?
See, Yogi Adityanath is a symbol of development and Hindutva. He has come to Mandya to boost our chances in this old Mysore region. We are very confident that this time we will break the jinx and BJP will be elected in the...
When you say break the jinx, what do you mean break the jinx? Mandya, Yogi Adityanath here in Mandya, a JDS stronghold.
Mandya is a very conducive constituency for BJP. But till this term, no concerted effort has been made so far. But this time, we have made a very, very coordinated effort to bring BJP into power. I'm very, very confident that BJP will definitely win the seat of Mandya.
Let me introduce Ashok. Ashok Jairam is a candidate for Mandya, and for Ashok, Yogi Adityanath has come all the way, and it appears that Ashok this time is very confident of breaking into the JDS stronghold. Ashok, it appears Yogi has come to campaign only for you.
It is for the entire district of Mandya, but specifically for Mandya constituency, and we are very happy that a symbol of Hindutva, the symbol of development, has come to Mandya and then given us a new lease of life for BJP here.
All right, we also have Sumalata speaking on stage. Let's quickly cut across.
And these are the roots of our culture, of our country, which is just, mentioned here. And people really connected a lot with that.
But the Congress says there will be no impact of Yogi Adityanath's visit to Karnataka. They say that he's been brought to polarize the election. He's been brought to spread hatred.
Well, if nobody is scared, they need not say anything. That's what I feel. Definitely, Yogiji's impact is going to be very huge in Karnataka.
Coastal Karnataka, ma'am. The Congress says the reason why Yogi Adityanath is being taken to coastal Karnataka is because already the situation is highly polarized there, the environment, and they want to vitiate it further. That is the charge.
Well, see, elections, these are elections, and parties are going to naturally talk against each other, so I would not care to comment much about that.
Looking at the ground, how confident are you of a victory in Mandya?
Mandya is going to see a very surprising result. Mandya is going for a change this time, and Mandya will vote for BJP this time.
Mandya is a JDS stronghold. Is the BJP pushing beyond its traditional, strongholds and now trying to?
It's not just pushing; it's going to win this time. That's what you'll see in the old Mysore region this time.
Thank you, ma'am.
you in Shiggaon. We followed you in Molkalmur. Now in Jaglu, sir. How do you see this? How do you see this?
First of all, love you, sir, for coming here. Thank you so much. And you almost fell down. Say thank you. I saved you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, it is overwhelming when I see this crowd and the love. It's always overwhelming. I think I'm doing a roadshow after about 7 years after my film release.
Okay.
It's a great feeling, sir, and it's a great feeling to see how much we have probably achieved over the years. This is what we have achieved, this love.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Sir, you last time also campaigned for S.V. Ramachandrappa and this time as well.
Yes,
on
sir.
what grounds you're campaigning against?
He's a good man, sir. He's a good man.
Okay.
His rule only says that he's a good man. He doesn't even have a black spot on his entire thing of journey of his political career. He's a great man.
And where all you're going, sir, again for
Many places.
even for
Many
Basaraj
places.
Bombay, sir?
Yes, always, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
This is the mood here as we see across Karnataka. The BJP is all the top guns and their star campaigners on ground. We have Mathur, MLA candidate of the BJP. Sir, Yogi Adityanath has come. He spoke fully in Hindi. There was no translation. Do you think your people of Kannada here, Karnataka, have understood?
ಮೋದಿ ಆದಿತ್ಯನಾಥ್ ಅವರು ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ
ನೀವೀಗ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, but Yogi Adityanath spoke in Hindi.
Very well. Everybody understood very, very well. We know Hindi, Kannada, English very, very well. Mandyans are good in Hindi, Kannada, English, all is
very good in all understanding.
This is a JDS stronghold.
BJP also good strong.
Okay. You're saying the BJP will come to power. What is Yogi Adityanath's brand of politics? Is it polarization or is it safety, security, development? What exactly, how do you view it?
it's more of a developmental issue. There is no cash or something like. It's more of a developmental issue. Totally.
But he's safe.
He's safe and he's doing a very good job for the country and state as the state well also. Now people in UP are happy. They even other communities are also coming front to take him in the right direction, and the entire nation is looking at him as a next very good leader for the BJP and a very good campaigning for he is going to make a big change in Mandya.
Okay, Yogi Adityanath is going to bring in that change, and this is precisely what we knew will resonate with the people. Yogi Adityanath, what he's done with Uttar Pradesh, that seems to be reflecting here in Karnataka as well, or resonating here with the people, believing that Yogi, if he can secure a state like Uttar Pradesh, then that's what they expect here to bring to Karnataka as well.
Yes, definitely.
Go on, you were saying, ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು Yogi Adityanath?
Our ಭಾಷಣ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು?
ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಯೋಗಿನಾಥ್ ಇದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪವರ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೂ ಬರಬೇಕು.
ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಯೋಗಿ ಆದಿತ್ಯನಾಥ್ ಸ್ಪೋಕ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಂದಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ ಯೋಗಿನಾಥ್ ಬಾಬಾ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಬುಲ್ಡೇಜರ್ ಇಡೀ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು.
Yogi Adityanath's bulldozer should come to India, should come to Karnataka. Well, this is precisely what we knew will be the response here from the people of Mandya, especially the BJP cadre. The BJP, of course, absolutely thrilled with the kind of response they've got only because Yogi Adityanath has come down. ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು Yogi Adityanath's speech ಎಲ್ಲ?
Yes, madam. What's your question? Yeah, it was wonderful. He communicated what he should have communicated, and we all Karnataka people look at him as a person who delivers, not just a promising. He has destroyed a jungle raj, and he has given a perfect administration. That kind of a leader we also want in.
Yogi has destroyed jungle raj and given great administration UP. Well, of course, unexpected lines. We know that this is the kind of response that we get. I'm going to try and get a Neta here. Sumalata is joining us. If I can get her live. Well, sorry. One second.
Nabila, this car apparently doesn't have the license. I can't speak. Can you come home?
I will.
You can come home right
I will. I'll give you a call. All right, Sumalata, there's an embargo here, but I'm going to try and catch her in a bit. We heard Sumalata did speak to my colleague Shilpa Nair. I'm going to try and catch her there. All right, Yogi Adityanath's rally is hectic. You see, this is the kind of the grandeur and the excitement that people come with expecting Yogi Adityanath, a man who's known to be possibly the fittest to be the Prime Minister after Narendra Modi. This is more or less the projection of the BJP here, and that's the kind of enthusiasm we see even in the crowds when they receive Yogi Adityanath, even in a state like Karnataka. Karnataka for the BJP is the only state that they managed to venture into. Well, BJP has used all their top-notch leaders to come out and campaign. They've also tapped into film stars like Kiccha Sudeep. Over to Davangere, where Kiccha Sudeep is currently campaigning.
Sir, how do you see this, sir? How do you see this kind of welcome that you are getting wherever you are going? We have followed you in Shiggaon, we followed you in Molkalmur, now in Jaglur, sir. How do you see this? How do you see this?
First of all, love you, sir, for coming here. Thank you so much. And you almost fell down. Say thank you. I saved you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, it is overwhelming when I see this crowd and the love. It's always overwhelming. I think I'm doing a roadshow after about 7 years after my film release.
Okay.
It's a great feeling, sir, and it's a great feeling to see how much we have probably achieved over the years. This is what we have achieved, this love.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Sir, you last time also campaigned for S.V. Ramachandrappa and this time as well.
Yes,
on
sir.
what grounds you are campaigning again?
He's a good man, sir. He's a good man.
Okay.
His rule only says that he's a good man. He doesn't even have a black spot on his entire thing of journey of his political career. He's a great man.
And where all you are going, sir, again for
Many places.
Even for
Many
Basavaraj
places.
Bommai, sir?
Yes, always, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, there you have Kiccha Sudeep as well. Let me ask some of the people here. I am going to... Sudeep, Kiccha Sudeep. Okay. Quite a few people who might not be in their right state of mind. But here is the crowd where we see right here was Yogi Adityanath, where he spoke. Huge police security, massive SPG and layout there. Here, this was exactly where Yogi Adityanath made his speech. Again, asking you, how was Yogi Adityanath's speech?
It was too good, and it was boost up to Mandya.
But he speaks Hindi. No. Kannadigas understand Yogi's Hindi.
Yeah, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹಿಂದಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಜನತೆಗೂ ಹಿಂದಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟರ್ ಯಾರು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. No translation for Yogi.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Understand. Almost all Mandya people are understanding it.
Whoever says that South Indians don't know Hindi, Yogi Adityanath chose not to have a translator. He spoke in Shuddh Hindi, and it appears that somehow people here have managed to understand. Nobody asked for a translation either.
Yeah. If he speaks about Hindutva, everyone will understand. Jai Hindutva. Jai.
So
one word it says. Jai Modi.
Okay.
Jai Shri Ram.
I'm actually going to cut across to Yogi Adityanath and what he said on this stage. Let's have a listen.
मित्रों, जब कर्नाटक की बात आती है तो वैश्विक मंच पर कर्नाटक ने आईटी के सेक्टर में जो धाग जमाई है भारत की युवा प्रतिभाओं को दुनिया के अंदर, कर्नाटक ने बेंगलुरु का उसका सबसे बड़े हब के रूप में स्थापित किया है। ये बेंगलुरु का आईटी के सबसे बड़े हब के रूप में स्थापित होना ये साबित करता है कि हमारे पास सामर्थ्य है, हमारे पास शक्ति है, हमारे पास सब कुछ है, लेकिन 2014 के पहले नेतृत्व नहीं था। 2014 में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का नेतृत्व मिला। आज भारत की सामर्थ्य वैश्विक मंच पर दिखाई दे रही है। आज भारत दुनिया के अंदर जहां कहीं भी भारत का नागरिक जाता है, आज वो सम्मान की दृष्टि देखा जाता है। आज भारत दुनिया की एक ताकत बन रहा है। आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव वर्ष में जिस ब्रिटेन ने भारत को 200 वर्षों तक शासन किया था, आपने देखा होगा उस ब्रिटेन को पिछाड़ करके भारत आज दुनिया की 5वीं बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बना है, 5वीं बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बना है। और यही नहीं, आजादी के अमृत काल के प्रथम वर्ष में दुनिया के 20 बड़े देश G20 के देशों का नेतृत्व भी भारत के हाथों में आया है। ये भारत के सामर्थ्य और भारत की शक्ति का परिचय और भारत की आप जैसी प्रतिभाओं का परिचय वैश्विक मंच पर देता है। मित्रों, जब कर्नाटक की बात आती है तो वैश्विक मंच पर कर्नाटक ने आईटी के सेक्टर में जो धाग जमाई है भारत की युवा प्रतिभाओं को दुनिया के अंदर, कर्नाटक ने बेंगलुरु का उसका सबसे बड़े हब के रूप में स्थापित किया है। ये बेंगलुरु का आईटी के सबसे बड़े हब के रूप में स्थापित होना ये साबित करता है कि हमारे पास सामर्थ्य है, हमारे पास शक्ति है, हमारे पास सब कुछ है। लेकिन 2014 के पहले नेतृत्व नहीं था। 2014 में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का नेतृत्व मिला। आज भारत की सामर्थ्य वैश्विक मंच पर दिखाई दे रही है। आज आपने देखा होगा, कांग्रेस विकास की बात करती है, विकास की बातें करती है, बड़े बड़े दावे करते हैं, लेकिन विकास की उसकी हकीकत क्या थी? पंचवर्षीय योजना, एक प्रोजेक्ट बनता था, एक पंचवर्षीय योजना लग जाती थी, अगली पंचवर्षीय योजना में उसका शिलान्यास होता था, तीसरी पंचवर्षीय योजना में कार्य आवंटन होता था, चौथी पंचवर्षीय आज प्रारंभ होते ही फिर वह प्रोजेक्ट दम तोड़ देता था और प्रोजेक्ट कभी पूरा नहीं होता था। ये कांग्रेस की असलियत थी।
All right, that's the fervor and the festival kind of atmosphere right here in Mandya with Yogi Adityanath coming in. Now people have just about dispersed as Yogi Adityanath headed towards the Adi Chanchandgiri Mutt. A huge gathering for the BJP in a JDS bastion. Now I'm going to cut across to Congress's Priyanka Gandhi. As we see swords are crossed, we see both political parties on hectic campaign. Priyanka Gandhi was across the old Mysuru region rallying yesterday, and right this morning she was at the Mailari Dosa joint, an 80-year-old dosa place, a heritage restaurant for Mysuru, where she came by and enjoyed making dosas, enjoyed eating dosas, had a nice idli and dosa right in the morning before she took off to Sringeri. These are the visuals coming in of Priyanka Gandhi as she was in Mysuru, Karnataka, her first time campaigning in the southern state of Karnataka, as the Congress really now hoping to use her support to woo the women vote base here in Karnataka. I'm going to cut across to also some of the voters who spoke to me at that Mailari Dosa joint. Here's what it looked like. For vegetarians and for non-vegetarians, Mysuru is really a food haven. And Mailari Dosa, this is a super famous joint for dosas in Mysuru town. I have with me 4 women here who I've kind of interrupted to try and see what emotion does this dosa here evoke. When you come to Mailari Dosa, what do you feel?
We feel very proud that इधर बहुत टेस्टी रहता है, मतलब जैसे भी मन लगता है मैसूर खाने को हम लोग इधर आकर खाकर ही जाते हैं। बहुत अच्छा।
Basically, Mailari Dosa एक emotion है आपके लिए।
Actually, this is the first time I'm tasting this because we usually have this, the potato. That's a normal masala dosa. So this was quite different, and I had 2 dosas full.
So Mailari, we believe, is the name of a god. What god is Mailari?
Vinayaka means Ganesha Mailari, its name.
Okay.
And Mysore is a very clean city, very calm city, and there is no traffic jam at all.
Right, I know that.
And we can go anywhere within 1 hour, and there is many tourist places nearby city.
4 generations have been running this small, tiny, quaint little dosa restaurant here in Mysuru. ಈಗ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಏನು ಒಂದು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀರಾ ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ? What is that one change you want to see in Mysore?
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಇವಾಗ, ಪೊಲೀಸ್ದು ತುಂಬಾ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ.
ಏನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಬೇಡ,
ಎಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ.
All right, that's everything is fabulous in Mysore. They don't need.
ಇನ್ನ ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು.
ಯಾವ ತರ ಡೆವಲಪ್?
ರೋಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಫ್ಲೈಓವರ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು.
ಇವಾಗಲೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಖುಷಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯಾವುದು ಬೇಡ.
This is so amazing. This is exactly a classic example of generational gap. He says he wants development, he wants flyovers, etc. Mother is like, no way.
ತುಂಬಾ ಕಾಮಕ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಸೂಪರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮೈಸೂರು ಜನ. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಹೀಗೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು.
If development happens, then it gets crowded, there's a lot of traffic, and then that's it. I'm going to try and get some feedback on the dosa here, if I can ask. Do you like it?
Yeah, very much.
What's interesting about it?
The butter taste and also the masala.
Hey, you've tried it for the first time.
I've always come here and don't miss Mailari. It's the best. Superb.
What's the secret sauce? You know, I've seen the masala inside. If you don't mind, if I zoom it there, usually masala dosa has like aloo inside it, but this has just like onion and green peas. Yeah, isn't that the interesting part?
Yeah, I think it's the soft dosa, you know. It just goes so easily. Gulum gulum anta tinbodu. It's like melt in mouth.
Well, I truly enjoyed eating the dosa there and interacting with those patrons who come to the Mailari dosa joint. But here's a quick look as I wrap here, a picture that speaks for a million words. Despite all the political rivalry, you see finally the bonhomie between politicians, and it's in full view. Here you see Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai along almost shaking hands with CLP leader of opposition, former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Both of them met coincidentally at the Belagavi Samra airport, and we saw both of them shaking hands. Both of them are contenders. Let me tell you again, Siddaramaiah is the CM face. He's running for CM. If the Congress comes to power, he's pushing to become the Chief Minister. Basuraj Bommai is already the Chief Minister. He's wanting to come for another term. And both these tall leaders, one from the BJP, one from the Congress, one current Chief Minister, one former Chief Minister, shaking hands despite all the political rivalry. And this is what it comes down to. Irrespective of all of that, when a senior leader meets another, there is a kind of respect and gratitude they share with each other. Siddaramaiah is way senior, in 75 years of age. Basuraj Bommai much younger, but yet somehow we saw the kind of political rivalry between the two. But politics aside, when they came face to face, it appears that it was only respect. And at this point, that kind of bonhomie one can't ignore right ahead of Karnataka elections. It was surely interesting to see. On that note, I'm going to wrap here. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to bring a lot more this evening. Do watch out.
Bullets flew, our cameras rolled. Inches away from point-blank killing. 2023's biggest crime story plays out live.
Immediately shot all Atiq as well as Ashraf, and on the spot.
Just that short, dramatic sequence got on camera by India Today's crew right there in Prayagraj.
The bloody end of gangster Atiq Ahmed. Up close with terrifying gangster Ram. India's #1 crime reporters. Fearless, unstoppable, unmatched. Nobody reports crime like India Today.
That was a good one, Rahul.
I think just because he's your MP, you're fixing it for him, man. Hey, they're like bringing the ball like really close to the goal. In the election, you can't be kicking all over like that. Huh? That's a dangerous kick in an election. Do you feel in this election that the BJP is a few goals down?
Not at all. The 13th of May, you will see the scoreboards ticking and we will be right up there, forming the government. That's what the 13th of May is going to look like, Rahul.
Air quality today. In Delhi, 151. In Mumbai, 109. In Kolkata, 134. In Bangalore, 67. In Chennai, 60. In Hyderabad, 70.
Kerala's public health. All political parties traveling from different parts.
Armed with facts,
Looking at political back.
she takes the news by its horns.
Do you think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold, and direct, setting the tone for the biggest stories from every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
Post-gangster Atik's killing, his proof of Gundism continues to unravel. India Today has now accessed some WhatsApp images of a Hawala transaction done by the slain Don turned Neta. And according to investigators, this is with regard to Umesh Pal murder case. These WhatsApp images reveal that a total of about 1.2 crore rupees was extorted to eventually murder Umesh Pal. This evidence was shared with someone on WhatsApp too. So as per sources, his wife Shaista Parveen was absconding in carrying a bounty of 1 lakh rupees for anyone who may give whereabouts about her, used to extort this money from others. But when Atik was in prison, that means she was taking care of the criminal activities while the husband was behind bars. This clearly, remember, is apart from another shocker of the audio tape. On tape, Atik can be allegedly heard brazenly threatening a university professor, abusing him, and this with privy to the development say that incident happened after Atik's tuition teacher was sacked.
एसपीआरए से आप क्या कह रहे थे कि मैं तो गोली मार देता, लेकिन मैंने गोली नहीं मारा।
भैया हम कैसे कह सकते हैं, हम कौन से
पहले कहा एसपीआरए से कि मैं गोली मार देता, मैंने गोली नहीं मारा ना।
अब कोई कुछ भी कह दे, हम उसको क्या कह सकते बताइए। मेरी तो कोई गलती भी नहीं थी, आपने हमको मरवाया।
नहीं एसपीआरए झूठ बोल रहा है, तुम तेरी कह रहे थे कि मैं तो गोली मार देता।
एसपीआरए कह रहा भैया, उसको हम क्या कह सकते हैं। मैं तो आपसे निवेदन रिक्वेस्ट ही कर सकता हूँ बड़े भाई के नाते।
जितनी मलाई खा चुके हो निकाल लोगे।
अब आप बड़े भाई हैं, कुछ भी आप कहें। हमारे तरफ हमारे
एसपीआरए के सामने बकैती कर रहे थे।
हम किसी के सामने बकैती नहीं कर रहे थे, मैं कुछ भी नहीं कह रहा था।
From Uttar Pradesh to Bihar, slain IAS officer G. Krishnaya's family is now crying injustice after this Don in Bihar turned Neta was walking free. The release of gangster turned politician Anand Mohan Singh, a convicted killer, has triggered a massive outrage. G. Krishnaya's wife, widow Uma Devi, claimed that it was a wrong decision on the part of the government and this decision should be taken back right away. His daughter G. Padma also called this decision unfair, asking Nitish Kumar government to give this another thought. Remember, giving you a background about this, Nitish Kumar government earlier tweaked a prison rule to facilitate eventually the release of Anand Mohan from prison. Meanwhile, BJP leaders are blaming Nitish Kumar for this decision. Union Minister Giriraj Singh has called Anand Mohan and has blamed the Bihar Chief Minister for using his name for his own good.
किस तरह से आप ये पूरे घटनाक्रम को देखती हैं मैडम?
ये तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में नहीं है। एक बार क्रिमिनल को जेल करे तो फिर उसको पॉलिटिक्स में लेने का ये रूल नहीं है। फिर भी नीतीश जी सर ऐसा कर रहा है, उसको अमेंडमेंट करके फिर उसको ऐसा लोगों को बाहर लाने के लिए सोच रहा है और उसको फिर इलेक्शंस में लड़ने के लिए उसको एमएलए जैसा सीट देने के लिए तैयार है। ये तो गलत है। ये तो कृष्णया के बारे में अकेले नहीं है, सारा लोगों के बारे में, नेशन के बारे में सोचना चाहिए। ये बिहार स्टेट का प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, पूरा स्टेट्स में प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा।
तो क्या आपने प्रधानमंत्री से अपील की है? क्या आप चाहते हैं प्रधानमंत्री मोदी इसमें कोई दखल दे, या आप खुद अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट में अपील करेंगी कि ये जो हो रहा है, हाई कोर्ट या सुप्रीम कोर्ट में अपील करेंगी कि जो हो रहा है बिहार में वो गलत है?
Through media, I requested the Prime Minister to intervene in this matter, but all the IAS Officers Association are going to take some decision over this issue after 1 week. They will let you know after 1 week what they will what they will do.
So are you making a personal appeal to Prime Minister Modi that he should intervene, and you're saying that the IAS Officers Association will decide whether to file an appeal?
I don't know whether I will make a request to the Prime Minister, but through media I am requesting the Prime Minister and even the President also to intervene in this matter and to take back the decision taken by the Chief Minister ji.
Are you requesting Nitish Kumar ji also? He is the Bihar Chief Minister. I'm sure you met Nitish Kumar ji. Do you believe that a decision like this is one that is harming the reputation of the Bihar government and may mean that officers in Bihar will lose confidence in the government? If IAS officers are murdered on duty and then their killers are let off, there is no confidence in the system. So are you making an appeal to Nitish Kumar ji also, ma'am?
See, through media since yesterday I am requesting the Chief Minister ji to take back this decision. Please don't do such kind of things. It will do a harm to the Bihar government and his reputation also. See, now only after some time, after so many days, some people are telling that now the Bihar government is doing some good things, but it will go again. Again he will get the bad name. So it will become a black spot to the political career of the Nitish ji sir. This decision is very wrong.
मेरे ख्याल से आनंद मोहन जी की रिहाई, वो बेचारे तो बलि के बकरा हैं, वो तो इतनी सजा भोगे हैं, उनकी रिहाई पर किसी को कोई आपत्ति नहीं है, लेकिन आनंद मोहन जी के आड़ में जो काम किया है ये सरकार समाज कभी नहीं माफ करेगा।
एक घटना घटी, मॉब थी वहां, ये भी पहुंच गए, मॉब को ये कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाए। क्या इन्होंने ऑर्डर दिया था मारने के लिए? उसके बावजूद सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने आजीवन कारावास लिखा। आजीवन कारावास का मतलब क्या होता है कि गवर्नमेंट तय करेगी कि कौन से मर्डर के सर्कमस्टांसेस क्या है, गवर्नमेंट ने लगा उसको। और जो लोग इसमें कौन दुर्दांत अपराधी हैं भाई? आनंद मोहन जी सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के 14 साल काटने के बाद तब तक तो गवर्नमेंट ने कोई इंटरफेयर नहीं किया।
Leaving for you to decide what the Neta's reactions have been ever since this convicted killer who's been released early with regard to tweaked prison rules. I'm heading into a very short break. When I return, I bring you to national capital Delhi. It's been a political big slugfest. Has 44 crore rupees been spent on the renovation of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's residence? That's what the BJP is claiming, leading to a massive protest in Delhi. It's the Civil Lines bungalow where Arvind Kejriwal is currently staying.
saw the skills of ChatGPT extend to creative skills as well. They can write movies, they can direct plays. There are in fact books being written out there by ChatGPT. How do you think this skills bridge will Coursera be able to fill?
So we are approaching it in a few different ways, right? We are saying, look, firstly, it's helpful to think about generative AI platform as a thought partner. As a business leader, I might be thinking about any element of my work, and I can use ChatGPT as a thought partner. Chances are it may not replace what I do as a worker or as a business leader, but it can be a very powerful thought partner to help refine my thoughts. Now, what we are thinking about is that, look, a learner might want to learn about using ChatGPT, so how do we create content related to ChatGPT? That's one part of it. Second would be, how do we integrate ChatGPT into the learning itself so that that learning can be more personalized, it can be interactive, keeping in mind that there are risks associated as well. How do you bring information which is reliable information into the learning? Because the Coursera belief is that while education is extremely important, the content for education should come from experts. And today, the content on our platform comes from, top 200 universities and about 100 companies. And so how do we integrate technologies like ChatGPT, something that we are actively looking at?